Howdy, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Faab Five campaign here on the Random Rhapsody Network. I'm Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and GM, and joining me around my virtual table today are Alyssa, Joe, Jeremy, Koines, and Kyle. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Okay. Before we begin, we've got a few announcements to get through. Our schedule has been kind of wonky this month, with everything, that's going on with the whole TTRPG community, as well as our own lives. But hopefully soon we should get back to our regular schedule again. As for our new upcoming campaigns, we will be moving forward with those as well, once we make some final decision on what changes we want to make as a group, and the system we want to use, etc. And speaking of new content, our very own Kyle Thomas has some things to announce as well. So, take it away, Kyle.
That's right, Matt. We're always looking to bring you more content over here on the Random Rhapsody Network, even if we have to travel outside the realm of Loroupa to do so, like we're going to be doing Monday, February 20th at 4 p.m. We'll be skipping straight past the qualifying rounds and going to the main event in the third and final installment of a one-shot series called The Last Cloud Castle, Pinky's Revenge. At this point in the series, the players have already encountered the big bad once, but she escaped their vengeance, and so I was forced to write a third chapter. Stop by to see if they get the revenge on the tricky hag named Pinky, or if I will finally get my first TPK. And don't forget to stop by the No Time for Games gaming session on my Twitch channel, Jedi Slayer 420. This week, we'll be starting a new series, South Park The Stick of Truth, and The Fractured Butthole after that. Voice talents and creative input by Matt Stone and Trey Parker. Check it out from 4 to 7 every Wednesday. This ad brought to you by Alyssa's Crochet Creations. Seriously, everything you've made for us is so freaking awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Can't say it enough. Back to you, Matt.
Thank you, Kyle, and thank you, Alyssa.
Presenter voice there.
Oh, we're professionals here. We do this.
Oh, sure we are.
Thank you very much.
Okay. As far as that, you can keep up to date on everything we do here on Random Rhapsody by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV and on Twitter as @random_Rhapsody. And that's it for our announcements. So join us as we dive into the world of Loroupa and continue on with the adventures of the Faab Five. And we're back. So when we last left off, the Faab Five had ventured into the heart of the cursed lands of Ilmithica, known as Siolin Revar, on a mission to investigate the increase in monsters that have been coming out from these cursed lands. Inside the ruins, the team was amazed to discover that a narrow opening in a nearby cliff face led into a cavern that suspiciously resembled a mouth, filled with massive teeth and stalactites all along the ceiling. Unfortunately for our heroes, not all of those were actually stalactites, and the squad was forced to contend with several waves of ropers who were hiding among the ceiling. After conferring with Master Ohm and the Mole Melda, it was determined that the five would venture down into the mouth once again and make their way inside the beast to determine why exactly these warped and twisted creatures were escaping to the surface. Now, inside the mouth, Veil's zombies almost immediately roused the attention of more of those tentacled creatures that had attacked them, though this time the battle was much easier now that the team was aware of the creature's presence. Once they were defeated, Ohm reminded the crew not to damage the thing they were inside for fear of what might happen if the beast actually awakes. Now, further down the gullet of the creature, the party found a steep, descending tunnel whose surface was slick with a thick coating of slime-like substance. With Veil riding down on Apollyon's back, Eloise with her boots of flying, and Blood and Alnad climbing down the walls using their claws, traversing this path did not seem dangerous at first. Liam, however, soon learned just how dangerous the inside of this beast could be. And so, Faab Five, Liam attempted to use the slime coating as a slip and slide and move along the esophagus-like tunnel, side to side zigzagging. This turned out to be a little more difficult than expected, and Liam soon found himself zipping down the tunnel at breakneck speed as the decline got progressively steeper and steeper. Apollyon and Veil attempted to catch up to him, while Liam tried to control his descent with some really cool monk shit that unfortunately didn't work, but he was unable to find purchase. What did finally stop his motion was a wall that seemed to split off the chamber into two paths. This abrupt halt no doubt stunned the drunken master for a few moments, knocking the wind out of him, while Apollyon soon followed to help. So as that's all going on, while, Blood, Alnad, and Eloise continue their much slower pace down that tunnel, a question comes to each of your minds. And that question is, what is something you saw in the last year that you think was beautiful? And Eloise, since you're the one who rolled, why don't you go ahead and go first?
The last year? Goodness, the list from just the last day would take me like hours. I mean, there's just so much. The way that sunlight plays through leaves, or the way that wind brushes through hair. I mean, even just the way that Apollyon's eyes crinkle when he smiles, his big smile, or the way that Blood gets that little scrunch in between his eyes when he's really concentrating and he's got his sights on his bow, or the way that Blood, almost gets like this little hunch in his back when he's really concentrating on whatever he's reading. And the way that Liam just like moves like he's like, I don't know, like he's water or something. Like there's just everything has so much beauty in it. Like how can I just pick one thing in a whole year?
In other words, everything is awesome.
I won't go that far.
Wow. Well, very Eloise answer. Okay. Necthros Veil, how about you?
I would have to say, when we were in Bradfordshire, just the death everywhere, especially in the tombs, just the catacombs or wherever we were. The amount of death is just so beautiful.
It feels so dirty.
Oh yeah, that
on camera with you.
That crypt, that lovely crypt. It was just wonderful. I get that absolutely. Okay, Liam, how about you? Liam?
Can't hear you, Matt.
Yeah, I was to say I can't hear.
Test. Oh, can you hear me now?
I hear you, Peach.
Oh, sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, well, Liam, it's your go. What you got?
Right, last thing that I saw that was beautiful.
Oh God.
Oh boy. Well, the way the sunlight just bounces off the amber colors of the whiskey that I got from that kind jet. It's just so rich and full. How could I not fall in love at first sight?
Oh yeah,
I only
absolutely.
drink a little bit at a time. It's so good.
A true sight to behold.
Wow. I was
Okay.
expecting it to be something about Eloise.
Yeah, I know you were.
But that's much better.
Lost you again, Matt.
Oh, I was talking to the audience. Apollyon, you're up next.
Well, I'd have to say the most beautiful thing I saw in this last year was Grovy Bear's big blue ass. Oh, those muscles rippling. How I would have loved to get in there, but I had to chop his head off instead. Sucks sometimes, you know?
Yeah, it does suck sometimes, you know, like missed opportunities and all that. Oh, well. Okay, Blood from a Stone. How about you?
Well, I'm sure I've seen many, things that would be considered beautiful over the last year, but I think one of the things that sticks in my mind is that first night after, well, now I've found out that we were allowed to escape, but that we escaped with Apollyon when he woke up that first morning and realized he was free. It's just kind of that special joy on his face. And it hasn't left his face since. So that's I'd say that's what I'd choose there.
Oh, that's adorable. I love it. Okay, well, Faab Five. Like I said, Eloise, Blood, and your brother are all still making your way down the esophagus of the creature you now know has been called Ambar'belthor by the elves. Apollyon, you and Veil are far enough along down the tunnel now that you can see Liam lying flat on his back on the ground of a slightly level area where the pathway diverges. Liam, your back is wet and coated with, well, something at any rate, and the impact against the wall probably left your teeth rattling. But at least you're alive and no longer sliding down a monster's throat, so that's good at least.
I made my final dex save. I think that's just enough to bring my hands up in front of my face, so at least I don't have a rearranged face.
Oh, yeah, no. You're like, it didn't bust your teeth in or anything like that. I'm sure it just rattled you a little bit.
Just a chiclet rattler, I gotcha.
Mm-hmm. So, Faab Five, what are you wanting to do?
I think Blood, his brother, will just continue gingerly making their way down.
No, absolutely.
Just kind of whistling while they do it. It's like, isn't this this is fun exercise, isn't it, Bud? Just.
Remember that time that we went climbing in the mountains and just made our way up to the cliffside that overlooked the village?
Easy.
So beautiful.
We didn't slip down either. It was great.
No, it didn't slip down at all. Just made our way nice and quiet, just like this. Actually,
this is great, man. I mean, we should do this. Why don't we do this more often?
We really should now. We really should.
We got time. We got plenty of time.
Well, Blood and Alnad are just yeah.
Oh, I was talking to. This is Eloise talking to Alnad.
Oh, sorry.
Nada.
He looks over at Blood and he's like, the Dragon Volan seems to be having a stroke over there.
No, I think she's calling out to you, buddy.
Calling.
You'll get used to it, I promise.
I mean, anyone who knows Elvish really, what does the name of this thing mean?
Name of what thing?
Of this thing that we're inside. Like, does it translate to something?
It does indeed, actually. In common, the most accurate translation I would say would be world ender.
Yeah, I think they gave us that outside the cave.
I mean, mean, I've heard it called that. I just didn't realize that they just had literally, decided that to name it that.
Well, I mean, a creature that is said to have literally destroyed the surface of the world. What else would you call it?
I don't know. Monty?
Monty.
Maybe that's what his friends call him, Eloise.
Oh no! What would his friends think if he's like this?
Well, they're probably dead too. He's been here a while.
That's even sadder.
Oh, it's all right. You're a druid. You're a nature. You understand that life and death is a cycle, right? Things die over time. They're not. Well, unlike he's gonna look at Veil and be like, unlike this one, we're not all gonna be immortal.
Veil's down the tunnel. Veil's down the tunnel. He's gone.
I guess he was. We're not like the elves. We're not gonna be immortal.
No, but I mean, like, this thing isn't even like really decomposing. It's I don't even know what it is.
Well, it is a super magical creature of some kind. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Oh god, is this what magic does to people?
Yeah, that's why I stay away from it.
The wrong kind of magic can do this to things.
But even
yes,
then,
absolutely. But I don't think there's anything else in the known universe that is like this. This thing is unique. At least I hope so. God, that I have nightmares about the idea that this thing ain't unique.
I didn't realize my mic was on mute this whole time.
Well, what's going on with you and Apollyon? The two of you you're flying on Apollyon's back, and you're going down this tunnel. You have Jareth up ahead, and Jareth would spot Liam first, lying there on his back. What are y'all wanting to do?
I would say, Jarrett's going to get a little bit closer to get a better view, and he's going to relay the information to Veil, and if Apollyon doesn't already see him, Veil will relay the information to Apollyon where Liam is on his back. Looks pretty, does he look very injured or just discombobulated?
What would you say, Liam? Would you say just a little discombobulated?
He's cursing. He looks more annoyed with himself. He's definitely like bruised up from a fall like that. That's clear.
Why don't you go ahead and give me a perception check with Jareth since he's down here? The owl is flying along down this tunnel, which the tunnel itself is kind of widened just a little bit from where you are. It's been about 20 feet or so wide towards the largest part of the esophagus, but now it's getting a little bit wider.
21.
Nice. He is able to make out the exact words, "fucking owl."
Yeah, definitely perceives that. Also, you can see down the tunnel as Jareth flies up and kind of hovers there near Liam, or at least a little bit above Liam. The tunnel seems to go off in two separate directions, a little more to the west and a little more to the east. There is a mass of what appears to be some type of glistening pool to either side of the tunnel. You're in dark vision, so you have no actual color to see, but you can see that it is like liquidy. It is kind of definitely opaque. It is large, filling up the entire passageway. About, maybe I'd say about, only about an inch or so high off the ground, but wide all the way across of it. And the thing that really sticks out to Jareth since he rolled that nat 20 is that it seems to quiver and wiggle a little bit, but then stop and be still.
So Jarrett's going to relay that to Veil, who will in turn relay it to Apollyon. And you said it's only about 2 inches or an inch off the ground?
Yeah, just a few inches off the ground. It seems like just a thin, clear pool, but it's definitely above the ground. It's not like in a recess or anything like that. Like it's on the ground itself. It's not like going down. It's not like a pool or anything like that. It's actually up a couple inches off the surface, like tall.
Sounds like some kind of freaky pool of gook. Let me stab it.
As we're here. All right. Let me get off your back first. Does this flatten out at all, or is this still pitched down?
Yeah, it does.
Line it looks like.
That is correct. Okay. If you basically about another 20 feet ahead of you, the two of you are just flying there. So another few seconds, you would arrive there at the level ground next to Jareth and Liam.
Okay.
It wouldn't take you much time to get down there.
And Veil is gonna look at Liam. Yep. Veil's gonna dismount Apollyon and kind of look at Liam in semi-disgust and say, "I think you need a drink, Liam."
Thank you for flying Apollyon Air. Please keep all hands and appendages inside the vehicle at all times. You may now exit.
Do I get a wing pin on my cloak?
You get like a nice slap on the back that's like way harder than you expected.
You just hear his spine crack with that all the way down.
Liam gets up and he looks over at Veil and his disgusted look, and he says, "You know, it hit me pretty hard, but it may have given me an idea. You know, if I throw one of these little fireball necklaces, everyone's gonna blame you."
Until they realize one of the beads is gone.
Who'd be counting that?
Touche.
It's Veil. He just throws fireballs the way he likes to whenever.
Touche, Mr. O'Shea.
But I got another idea. And he pulls out his flail, and he uses his bonus action to turn the flail icy, and shouts out, "Icy flame liquor!" And now his flail is kind of it's iced up, but the flames just are magical and hovering around the ice. So it's this cool combination of ice and fire.
Awesome. So Liam O'Shea is now Todoroki from My Hero Academia.
If I knew what that was, I'd be so much more excited.
How close are Blood and Alnad to getting down there? Can Blood do a perception check to see if he can hear him say flame liquor?
You know what? I'll allow a perception check because it's a big wide, like it's echoey.
I didn't mean to do it as an advantage, but it's 20.
Oh yeah, you definitely heard that.
He's gonna fuck with him about that later. But for now, he's gonna let it go.
Fair enough.
Well, we got some color with my magical flail going on there. Does the strange substance closest to us down there have any color to it, Matthew?
Do you what is your radius of bright light?
That gives me, I believe, 30 and 30. I'll double check it, but I think that's what it is. Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, it's more than that. It's 40 foot.
Oh.
I just looked it up.
Nice. So is it 20 and 20 then?
No, it's 40 and 40.
Oh, wow.
No, it's bright as fuck. And the moment this happens, even those of you, Blood and Eloise, who are making your way down, would be able to see in the distance, probably a good, I'd say probably about 70, 80 feet ahead of you. At this point, you can see that bright light just springs into existence up ahead. Now, to answer your question, Liam, yes, it definitely has color. It seems like a mucusy red-green color that, honestly, as you look at it, you're like, oh my god, this is disgusting, and like your stomach can't help but churn a little bit at the sight of it.
or if we could bottle it up.
Ugh, I've never seen anything so gross.
I mean, I think I have some empty vials.
You're not there yet.
Is there a veil looking between the two? Is there a difference, or are they both the same thing? Like, I mean, like on the map, I can see there's a difference, but is that just for illustration purposes?
That was
are they
just more.
actually different?
That's the shape of the things that I found. Go ahead and make
Okay.
a perception check.
Okay. 12.
They look pretty damn similar, actually. Same dark, reddish brownish, mixed with mucusy green and white, and like the you know what? Actually, make a medicine check for me.
Medicine.
Hold up.
16.
So you've seen similar stuff to this. It's making your stomach churn even more now, as like in the back of your mind it just pops into your head, dear God, this looks like mucus.
Okay. I guess we'll wait for the rest of the group to get here.
Phlegm. You're looking at phlegm right now. Like just a big old area full of phlegm.
Gobbledygook.
Well, Polly, it may have been a bit more disgusting, but my water slide beat your water slide.
Sure.
Oh,
He looks at his scratched up nipples. He's like, I think I won.
Liam, that reminds me. Are you in your were-tiger form right now?
No, not yet.
Okay, then never mind. I'd say Blood, Eloise, and Alnad are getting pretty close to that edge by this point. Like, we'll say this has been about 10 more minutes of climbing down, so you can definitely at least see your friends in the distance as you're slowly climbing your way down.
Yeah, we'll wait for him.
Okay. Well, you all continue to wait as the trio make their way slowly down. Eloise flies at her movement speed. The other two have a climb speed. It takes a little bit, but about 15 or so minutes go by, and eventually the trio make their way down. Yeah, go ahead.
Have you really
Oh, I was just gonna see if Veil could prestidigitate me a little cleaner, since I'm pretty freaking filthy at this point.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah,
prestidigitation also.
Polly and I will put you through the wash.
Oh, okay.
We'll fix you right up. Get you looking spiff.
Okay. Yeah,
you're like too clean. Your hair is back to its natural color.
No.
Oops.
Back! Put it back!
Well, probably about the time it takes to clean him up with prestidigitation, the trio could have made their way down, unless like you're gonna try to go and investigate before that or anything like that. But if you're just gonna wait there at the edge, then we'll just move it.
I did my perception and medicine, but
Yeah.
I definitely want all the information I can on this. So maybe ask the other guys, what do you guys think of this? And can you gather any information on this mucus and phlegm? Before we go through.
It's not fresh.
I don't think anything in here is fresh.
What else would you like to know about the mucus?
Oh yeah, there's mucus here.
Is it harmful? For one, can we bottle it? And would it be of any value or use to bottle it?
I think the more pertinent question is which path are we supposed to take? Then how much phlegm can we bottle?
It's been a few minutes as you're all sitting here kind of talking about this. What's everyone's passive perception?
15.
20.
22.
Okay, so most of you...
14.
14? Okay, so pretty much... What was yours, Apollyon, again?
10.
10. Okay, so Apollyon has no clue what the hell's going on, but the rest of you would definitely notice that, like, that weird mucusy phlegm stuff, every so often it'll just kind of jiggle and twitch. And then it'll stop
I
again.
think we should blast it. And I start like making a Eldritch blast in my mouth.
Just
I would
Dude.
say hold off in this tight quarter. I don't want this regurgitating all over us.
Again.
Also, Veil, with your that 16 medicine that I'm just gonna write on, you do. This would be about the point you're like, oh yeah, you were asking last session about esophagus, path leading to stomach or lungs. This is probably that diverging path that you were asking about.
Okay. And where are we? I'm sorry. Where are we supposed to be heading? To the heart? To the chest?
I think just down.
Just down.
I
So
don't think we had a specific organ.
Did we
Right,
have a
so if we-
specific direction, Alned? Any particular part of the beast you want us to investigate?
We're trying to find out why these things keep coming up again and what's making this thing shake and quake. So, yeah, just explore and find as much as we can.
So there's
I
no wrong direction.
I would say the lungs would be the faster route to explore then. Considering we go the other way, there's a lot more to look at. So do you want to cross the lungs off the list and head that way first?
Sure.
Can
Can you have Jareth look ahead?
I sure can. Would the lungs be toward the north or the south or up here?
I mean,
I was gonna say, can I make like a survival check to see if there's any traces of enemies, like footprints or something?
Yeah, go ahead and make a survival check. Veil, if you're wanting to know, to try to figure out which path is towards the lungs, you can also make either survival or medicine check.
Okay. Mine both suck, so I guess I'll just do medicine.
Apollyon, you're
I got a 19.
You're glancing down and looking at the path itself, and there's actually very odd footprints all through here. Some of them appear to be claw marks or very large footprints that, if you remember the creatures that you had all seen and fought previously, I'm blanking on it, hold on.
The Reapers?
The Quagoth.
Oh,
Remember
Quagoth,
the Quagoth? You've seen their feet and you've seen their claws, hands, and you can definitely spot like some signs of their footprints through here. You can see signs of other things as well, like trails that seem to snake through here. Other places where like something seems to have burned its way through the ground as well, and leaving just very faint pockmarks. Lots of clawed footprints and that sort of thing. But with that 19, you also spot a few footprints in among all of this big mess. And you're like, that's a boot.
Oh. Alright, yeah, I point that out to everybody else. You should be careful around this area. There might be someone of intelligence, not just monsters.
As for the 16 medicine Veil, you pause for a moment and you're kind of looking, and this thing is weird. Fucking weird. Like, for example, the esophagus that you went down, the math doesn't add up in your brain like a normal creature would like develop. Much longer, much stranger. And now looking at this path, like both, it's hard to tell what these two paths could be, because the oddness of this creature makes it really difficult to get a general anatomy feel for it. Like it defies medicinal logic, logic of a creature, logic of the way creatures naturally are just evolve. But you pause for a moment, and you're just kind of feeling, and the path to the right, there is just a little bit of an air pressure, like as though just a little bit of a tiniest breeze coming from that direction.
Okay. So I would say to the group, if I were a betting man, I would say the path to the right is towards the lungs.
Do we think all this fluid is something from the creature, or is it its own thing?
Both?
Yes.
Probably. Yeah, that's a good answer. I should have gone with that. It would have kept him going in circles for hours. Damn it.
All I know is I don't want to touch this. And he gestures to Apollyon. Is the Apollyon air back in service?
You know it.
Yay.
Well, Eloise, you think I could maybe get a ride instead of trying to crawl through this stuff?
Sure.
Can winged boots do that?
There's probably a weight limit on how much a winged boots would be able to support. Maybe? I don't know. Let me take a look real quick.
It could just be how much the character can carry also.
That's probably what it is. I'm just double checking. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's probably just a carry speed. What's your strength, Eloise?
3 plus 3.
No, what's the actual?
16.
Okay, let me look real quick.
Game slow down question, sorry.
That's fine. Carrying capacity. Your carrying capacity is your strength score multiplied by 15.
So 16 times 15.
That's 240 pounds. How much do you have on your inventory, Eloise?
I've got a bit. I've got 148.
148.
Yeah, she can't carry me then.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh well, it was worth a shot.
Well,
I'm willing.
Veil away. Maybe we could switch.
Veil, could you put me on that floating disc thing, maybe?
I would need 11 minutes.
But he needs to walk next to it, doesn't he?
I don't need to walk, it just needs to be next to me.
Yeah, it just follows at a certain speed behind.
I mean, we could do 11 minutes. Better than crawling through phlegm.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are okay with it, I'll start ritually casting Tensor's floating disc.
Yay!
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
Yeah, you can absolutely sit down and begin doing that. For those 11 minutes, is anybody doing anything else during that time, or is everybody just standing there waiting?
I'm mostly
Just
just
watching.
making sure this stuff doesn't jiggle up and create something, or something doesn't pop out of it. You know, I'm kind of watching the phlegm.
Make a perception check.
Sure. make sure it's on normal. Okay. Oops. Perception. 15.
It's definitely getting closer, like inching along.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome.
It, like, by an entire fucking mark moved. I was like, oh shit,
I'm telling you guys, I can blast this thing at any time.
yeah,
You
Apollyon,
might have to.
it's much bigger than you.
It's almost as though like it's trying to sneak, like it's inching towards you. Like by the time he's mostly done with the ritual, that's where these pools seem to be. But like they don't have a high stealth. It's like it's just a pool, so you can definitely see it inching a little closer, It's almost like a slug or like the blob would be a great
The blob.
that would be a great one. Yeah, it's just kind of slowly inching towards.
Classic. Love it.
So there you go. That's what's going on. But by the time your Veil's done with that casting of the spell, it's still not nearly anywhere near you. It just seems to slowly be inching in your direction.
All right. You want to feed one of your zombie friends to that thing so it doesn't come after us? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
Then it might want more.
I
Well,
don't think.
if we fly over this thing, it might try and grab us anyway.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's we're gonna have to try it, because I mean, I don't think giving it a zombie is gonna do anything.
Alright, well, I'm on the disc. I can't go first. So, who's going first?
I'm on Apollyon's back.
Yeah, I'll fly over the top. Am I pulling the disc?
No,
You're
no.
not
it
not
just comes
physically,
with
it
me.
just follows.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
Let me.
It's like you got a
need to
trailer
pull that
hitch
out.
on your ass, yeah.
Yeah, well, give me a marching order and tell me which direction you're going.
So the lungs is,
we're going
I
right?
believe, to the. Yeah, I think he
Yeah, we're
said this
planning
was.
on going right.
We got
Try to hug the ceiling without touching it.
okay. So the ceiling in this area here. Pull this up. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, yeah. You've got about 15 feet of space to fly up above, with essentially, 2 inches of liquid or slime that seems to be moving towards you all. Apollyon, you're going to be first. You're going to have Veil on your back, and Liam is sitting on that disc that's floating right next to Veil. Eloise, Blood, what you doing? Eloise or Blood?
Just a marching order, that's all.
Yeah. I'm just wondering how what are you doing to follow? Are you climbing up the walls again, or
Are the walls climbable?
I mean, like you're digging your nails into substance that's very similar to stone, but it's also not, and you're like, it's gonna be a bit of a challenge.
There's room on the
But
disc,
you can always
boys.
try.
Oi, come on, sit your fanny down.
That's can that hold everybody?
How big is the disc?
It can hold 3, right?
The disc
500
remains.
pounds.
It can hold 500 pounds. So how much do y'all weigh?
Blood's 185.
With my carrying weight, I'm
Oh, what
at
is
250.
I guess with the extra gear, I got 53.5. So what? Yeah.
So it could
it's-
carry 2 of you, but it would not be able to carry Almad as well.
Tell you what. Shit. How are we gonna do
Wants
this?
to be nice to his brother. I
Well,
love the
it's-
choices.
We're gonna have to leave at least one, 2 people behind.
Liam, you
Let
can't
Miss
run up walls,
Eloise-
right?
No, not yet. I've been practicing that trick, but I haven't quite mastered it yet.
Okay.
So I'm guessing you would make it a check for me to climb the walls going across.
Yeah, it's going to be a check. It's less about being skilled as a climber. It's more about finding the right footholds and handholds and walking along. Like you've seen those parkour walls. It's you're attempting to do that inside a thing's fucking esophagus leading to the lungs. So I mean,
But are we talking athletics check or acrobatics or?
Yeah, probably athletics.
Yeah, I'm gonna be rolling at a -1 then. So.
Well, the much more muscular, or at least not much more, slightly more muscular brother will slap you on the back and say, "I think I can take care of this one. You go ahead and ride on the disc with your monk friend here."
Well, what about Miss Eloise?
She has
She
boots.
got flying boots.
Oh, that's right. Don't die. I just got your back.
Yeah, we'll get his
Please.
back so he can
Yeah,
go first.
you shut the fuck up. If he dies, he is not becoming one of your puppets. He's like, I saw it, Veil. I love you. I didn't mean to say that. My anger got a little best of me. He'll climb on the disc with fucking. But he's got his bow out ready to shoot this thing, and he's got his eye. He's checking on his brother.
Okay. Well, so Apollyon, you're going first with Veil on your back. Your wings spread. You begin hovering up to about 15 feet, so that your head's like right there on the ceiling. Your horns grazing the top of this tunnel you're starting to go down, and you start moving. And the hell?
What?
Oh, I just heard something weird come over the speaker.
Yeah, it sounded like a professional wrestler taunting somebody. I don't know what that was.
Sounds like The Rock or Stone Cold.
Probably. Okay. Anywho, so that's what's going on. You four are making your way. Eloise, you're flying behind them. Eloise, you with
Alyssa?
us?
Don't hear.
You? I see her ring moving though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alyssa, we can't hear you. Nope.
Can't hear you, Peach.
Hey, that's my line.
I got you. Well, we'll just assume that Eloise is flying along in turn. Apollyon,
Yes.
as you're flying, it doesn't surprise you at all when some of that phlegm-like substance begins rising up and tries to make a swipe, reaching up like the slime from Ghostbusters 2 in the bathtub. It just suddenly reaches upward and tries to grab at you.
Oh shit! I knew it.
Oh, I accidentally rolled that to GM. 9 definitely does not hit, but the 26 probably does, because another pseudopod shoots out as well from a little bit farther away. All of your group, you're about right here. Alnad was just getting ready to start climbing. Eloise is hovering right here, and I need everyone to go ahead and roll for initiative after clicking your
Dang
token.
it, Polly, you should have shot it. We are all a bunch of idiots for saying not to.
I know, right? Why can I not roll good on initiative even though I have advantage?
Boom.
Yeah, 24.
God, the token looks even more disgusting. What the fuck is? She looks.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I was worried it was a gelatinous cube.
I think Wizards of the
That's not
Coast.
what it is.
I think somebody needs to check on the creators that came up with these tokens. Whoever did, they have some issues.
I don't know what you mean. These are just perfectly normal phlegm tokens.
Yeah, because that's what they are.
That's exactly what they are.
I'm just saying they don't look like that.
Anywho. Well, Blood, you're standing on a disc with Liam right now, and you saw these two pseudopods come shooting out from the slime pool and tried to hit Liam, or Apollyon. One of them did hit. I forgot to roll the damage for that, so let me do that real quick. That is going to be 14 points of bludgeoning damage and 9 points of acid damage.
Roasting.
And it wraps around your legs, Apollyon, and begins to pull you back down towards them, which means that, like, Veil riding your back gets shoved forward, and the two of you kind of shake, and like it's not enough to knock you off your feet, but it could have been if you weren't if you were like higher up than you actually are.
Would I be able to do my hellish rebuke?
As a reaction, absolutely.
Oh no, you didn't.
I love that.
Let's make a dex saving throw or take 2d10 fire damage.
I didn't see the Z snap.
Yeah, that's
Well,
right. Nasty slime.
How far up are we on the?
we're gonna say you're about 10 feet off the ground. So they did fail with a 9. Go ahead and roll your damage.
17 fire damage.
As you snap that Z snap, you see the flames burst out from you, just scorching this creature. But as the flames died down, you notice that like the scorch and the burn marks that is on the body is not nearly as much as you were expecting it to be. Okay, now, Blood, what are you doing?
Alright, so you said we're about 10 feet up, so I mean, would I have to like make a check to just kind of drop down to the floor off this, or?
Oh, no, like if it's 10 feet, you're just gonna, you'll have to make a dexterity saving throw.
15?
Yeah, that's fine. You land in a crouch, it kind of jars a little bit, but you're not gonna.
Is that going to cost any of my movement going down, or?
It's gonna cost you 5 feet of movement to step off and drop down.
So then he can kind
Oh,
of
wait a minute,
over
no.
here.
You do too. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Like you could have literally just sat on there and dropped down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
So he's going to kind of move over here into the corner and go ahead and do a little quick, throw the hood up. I mean, I'm sure I don't need to do much. Oh, did you see the dice? They actually connected and bounced off each other. That's kind of cool.
Ooh, nice.
29 to hide.
Roll20's been adding some interesting new animations, I've noticed.
Yeah, I mean, the dice, I don't think I've ever paid attention to it. It was kind of cool how they bounced off each other. And, so yeah, he's got a 29 for stealth, and then you said there is a tentacle grabbing onto Apollyon?
Yeah, there is.
All right, is this first one here or the second one?
First, it would actually be the second one that has the pseudopod wrapped around him and is pulling it towards that.
Okay, so this one, the one in back?
Yes, the one in
Then
back.
he'd peek around, and Blood's going to end up targeting that one.
Okay.
The one that's got... I mean, you can't really call the shot to shoot the tentacle itself. But he's gonna aim for that, and he's gonna go ahead and go sharpshooter. On the...
Oh, that was cool.
What's that?
What was that?
Oh, I
There
did.
was like a little
I have a little animation. So you go.
Oh.
Shoo!
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh,
Looking
yeah,
at the
yeah.
character sheet. So yeah, he's shooting for the first one, the one in the back, the one that's got him.
Boom! There you go.
I'm assuming a 29 hits.
Oddly enough, yeah, it
Did
is.
better. That's like- and then, I mean, I almost can't do better than that. And we'll go ahead and just click the damage because that's got the sharp, so I hear the sneak, so I can turn that on.
You pop out from that little corner. You shoot your shot. It goes flying through the air, and like, remember, you're in. Well, no, you're not in darkness because of his flail. Never mind. But anyway, you're still you pop out. You do your shot. The thing was definitely focused on Apollyon. But let's see. Yeah, you do hit him. 22 points of sneak damage. 9 points more piercing, and then your arrow hits it, and you see that explosion of ice like you normally do from a hit. But even still, it's not nearly as frozen
What
on
it
that
should
body.
be.
Yeah.
Well, he's got 2 more shots here for this one. 27. And 21.
Yeah, both hit.
So we got another 20 of sharp, 22 of piercing, and then 21 of ice. So 10 of ice. And then he'll kind of like back up a little bit and just kind of like do a couple of clicks of whistles to Alnad and indicate that he was shooting at the second one if he didn't see.
Yeah, big bursting hit, repeated coming from that magical bow. And as that last arrow hits, you just see that wiggling tentacle shrivel. It slackens and loses its grip on Apollyon and just kind of slides down off him back into the pool. He did.
You got a kill count, buddy.
Next up, we have Liam, also on the disc.
Right. First thing I'm gonna do is hop off the disc, though, for the time being. Cast Hex onto this guy right here in the front. And running up. Oh, disgusting! Oh God, this is terrible. Take 2 swipes.
Now, stepping through that area would normally be considered difficult terrain, but as a monk, as fast as you are, you're just like hot-footing it across to keep from being sucked in. A 21 and an 18 both hit.
Awesome. And I added my Rite of Frost to this. This will do fire and ice damage. And 2 hex burns. Oh, I didn't mean to add cold to the hex burns. Sorry about that one.
No problem.
And 4 more.
Okay, bear with me a second because I got to do a lot of math. You've definitely already figured out that these things seem to be resistant to a lot of elements here.
Right. Let's see. Sorry about that. Let me try and help out here.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Literally, give me 10 seconds here.
Okay. Yeah, that's the downside of having all these random resistances and stuff when you get 3 different types of damages. I can't wait to get a crit with this thing. It's just gonna double all those dice.
There you go.
Like a sneak attack.
So 2 big hits with the flail, smashing into this creature that is there on the ground in front of you, and like you can every time you hit the thing kind of wiggles back a little bit, and it's taking some damage. Definitely not as much as you're hoping it would, but it is still taking damage, and you're slowly starting to wear it down a little bit.
Sure. Then I will back up to about here, and that's my turn.
And remind me why he can't. Remind me why he can't do.
My mobile feat.
That's it.
And some other drunken master stuff. Once I hit somebody, yeah. Mobile feat.
Okay, dig it.
Slippery monk.
That's it for Liam's turn. Next thing, as you can see up here, it's going to be moving about 20 feet, 5, 10, 15, and 20 to right there. Alnad, from behind you all, yells, "There's some more coming down here from this tunnel as well."
Great.
So, there, it's going to dash, I think. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute, no, it doesn't need to. Yeah, it doesn't need to move that high because it has reach. What am I doing? Yeah, you know what? This, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do this here. Hold on 1 second.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Jareth is just out of range of this. But I'm gonna need Alnad, Eloise, and Liam to give me dexterity saving throws, please.
Right. $25.
That should not have been an advantage. That's a 20 from Alnad. Eloise?
Fall asleep.
Yeah, she's no longer in chat, I just noticed.
She didn't get any sleep last night, so she said she was very tired.
I see the message now. Oh well. Okay, well, that's fine. I'll do it myself.
But you have to talk like Eloise now.
Oh, geez, you all. Dexterity saving throw. This is gonna go great. 19.
Hey.
Nice. Okay. Good news is everybody succeeded. Bad news is a giant spray of gelatinous mass shoots outward from this phlegm-like creature in a 30-foot cone. Everyone who failed, or everyone who saved, is going to be taking only 13 points of acid damage. Liam, you're using your evasion, it looks like.
Yup. 0,
Okay.
please.
Yep, 0 for you. 13.
Is it just not hitting me at all?
No, it cannot hit you. It can't get to you.
Oh, okay, good.
And technically it wouldn't hit Veil either. It looks like it would, but because, corners and shit like that, it would not actually be able to hit him.
And I'm on technically on Apollyon's back as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. So you would actually be one space
so
over.
both of us are in this square, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So either way, it wouldn't matter. But anyway, 13 points to Eloise. $13 points to Alnad. You just hear him yelling and that's horrible. God, it burns. That's gonna be that thing's turn. Veil, you're up next.
All right, so am I able to get off Apollion's back and distance myself?
So you're on his back, flying about 10 feet in the air. I suppose, honestly, if you just, slid down, give me an acrobatics check.
Okay. Before I do this wouldn't count as my action, correct? Because if it does, I don't want to do it.
This would not count as your action. You're using a free action to just let go and try to jump backwards. So it's just going to cost you 5 feet of movement. If you succeed, if you fail, which you did with a 7, you're going to just land on your ass. So
okay, so you have my movement to stand
get back up. Yeah. So you've got 10 feet of movement technically.
Okay. Because it was 5 feet to get off, and then
you'd be right where you are, right where your token is. That's where you're going to be.
All right. Well, it's really not going to do much for me.
And the moment you've moved back out of that, from where you were standing, it does have a reaction here, and he's going to make an attack of opportunity on you.
Okay.
That's going to be a 25, which does hit. So 7 points of bludgeoning damage and 14 points of acid damage. As this thing wraps around you, so you're not going to be able to move 10 feet back, because the moment you got down and started moving backwards, it grappled you. So you're going to be right here, and you're going to be stuck right there.
Okay.
But now you do still have your turn. Or at least your action and bonus. Grappling just means you can't move.
Yeah, your speed is 0, but you've still got your action.
Okay.
Yeah, the condition, a grappled creature's speed becomes 0 and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. The condition also ends if an effect removes the grappled creature from the reach of the grappler or grappling effects, such as, like Thunder Wave or Misty Step or stuff like that.
Okay. Yep, I'm going to, Selfish Veil. Casting Blink with his action. And not going to do anything with my bonus action, just going to roll for the blink at the end of my turn. 16, which I believe, I'm on another plane of existence currently.
So everyone just watches as Veil, standing there being held in place by this long pseudopod of gook and phlegm, poof, disappears.
Alright, and I just want to make sure I took 21 points of damage total, correct? 14 plus 7?
Yeah, 21.
Let me just subtract that from my health. Alright, and that's my turn.
That's your turn. Next up, we've got Alnad. And Alnad is on the ground. He just got sprayed by some horrible acid. He's not thrilled about this fact. So, what's he gonna do here? He is going to draw his sword. And he draws a short sword from his back. And as he does so, basically, it just appears to be a it just appears to be a short sword. But as he's grasping the hilt, you see him kind of mutter to himself for a second. And as he does, the blade just bursts out into bright light. Oh, wait a minute. No, this isn't the one that does the... It's not the one that looks like a short sword. It's the one that just looks like a hilt. The hilt of a sword. And he pulls that out. And he says it. And then... Yeah, sorry. It's the other blade that shines with the light. This one is actually created from light. As a literal beam of bright white energy comes coursing up from this hilt. And he holds it like a short sword. And he kind of points at it with the tip, and then just goes rushing towards it and starts swinging away. He gets 2 attacks with his blade.
Mother Effer's got a lightsaber.
Mother Effer's got a lightsaber. 23 is gonna hit. 13 points of damage. Second attack. 30 is also going to hit for 15 more points of damage. Two big slashes from this blade of pure light crosses across this creature. The thing howls in pain and seems to be trying to shrink back away from the bright light that this blade creates. So I'll also put that out real quick. There we go. A little more brighter.
Fluttle looked down at the blade as well. He goes,
brighter.
"Did this fucking thing do this the whole time?" He's like, "Wait, did I get the jank? Did you give me the janky sword when you got?" You motherfucker, I swear. Mom always said you didn't like to share.
You just see him kind of twirl it in his hand like a fucking lightsaber, and he says, "What can I say? The tools of the elves are pretty potent." And that's going to be his turn. Next up, we have Apollyon. Apollyon, this thing, it's in front of you. It tried to kill Veil, but Veil's now gone and off your back, and you're just kind of hovering there at 10 feet. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna breathe my breath weapon down on this thing.
Okay. What breath weapon are you using?
Sonic pulse breath.
Okay. So a line of just sonic energy comes shooting out from Apollyon's mouth like a vicious scream, almost. Or, I don't know, maybe it's more like opera. You tell me, Apollyon.
It's definitely like opera.
Definitely. Wow, I actually rolled a 17. But it's still not enough. Wow, nice. 16 points of sonic energy smashes into this creature, and you just see the thing quiver in reverberation from the head.
Nice. And I'll also use my bonus action to pull out and electrify my trident while still hovering in the air.
Like it. Okay. That's it for you, Apollyon? Cool. Next up, well, unfortunately, there's more phlegm out there. And you hear Alnad calling from the other side of the tunnel. There's more of these damn things out down here. I can see them coming up. We could use a little help over here. Move 5, 10, 15, 20 climbing over its buddy. Another 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to right there.
Eloise is not in the initiative.
Oh, that's right. I never rolled her, did I? I was expecting her to.
Right.
Thank you.
Perfect.
On par. Okay. That's it for the Phlegm's turn. Next off, we got more Phlegm, and like you're just hearing Alnad scream. I could definitely use assistance over here.
Yeah, of course you could.
Let's see. All it can actually do is shit. It's acid, so that's what it's gonna do. Now, fortunately for everybody else, the only thing that that can actually be hit is Alnad.
Yeah.
And also, you know, the things.
Yeah, did they take acid damage?
We're about to find out, aren't we?
We sure
My
are.
assumption would be it's at least reduced.
So, let's see here.
They're kind of made of acid. I don't know. We'll see.
Alnad succeeded. The two in front of the thing failed. Not max damage, but a decent amount of damage. 25 points of damage reduced all across the board because these things are definitely resistant to acid. But still, it's damage.
Thanks for taking that for us, Alnad. It's a good guy, your brother.
Yeah, I bet he really appreciates that.
No, I appreciate it. It has nothing to do with his appreciation.
Yeah, you hear Alnad just, ah, damn it! That is a horrible burn.
Pauline yells from across the cavern, "Hey, that's my job to take all the hits."
Well, get yourself over here and feel free to take them then, big guy. Jareth is up next.
Alright, Jareth's gonna fly down to the one next to Apollyon, scratch at its eyes, if it has them, or some sort of distraction, and then do a quick flyby and head back over here.
Well, it's a ball of living phlegm, so I'm going to assume it doesn't have eyes, but it can at least, you know, fly by. Be distracting with some wing hits or something.
Yeah, yep.
Yep, help action for Jareth. Okay, it's Eloise's turn. Eloise is not with us, so I'm going to puppet her. Let's take a look at what she's got. I'm just gonna do a cantrip for her because I feel bad using leveled spells when she's not here.
Sure.
So let's see here.
Do you even know Shillelagh?
She doesn't know Shillelagh, but she knows Produce Flame, which kind of sucks too because it's not going to do a hell of a lot. But it's really all she can do right now. So
What level is Ice Knife? She uses that a lot.
it's a first level spell. I just don't want to eat through all of her leveled spells if I can get away with it. If it's like critical, I'll have her do it, but otherwise I'm just going to do cantrips for her.
Nice.
That's still 30 feet, I think. You know what? I know what I did wrong. Yeah. I forgot to switch that back. Yep, she's just gonna go ahead and take she's gonna produce flame into her hands and lob it at the one directly in front of Alnad. 23 is gonna hit. So 19 points of fire damage, but that is reduced. The fireball explodes, hitting the little tiny ball of fire. Explodes and hits the creature and does a little bit of damage. Not too much, but a little. Okay. Last but not least is the phlegm that's in front of Apollyon. And it hasn't done its acid breath yet, so it's definitely going to. So I need Veil, Blood, and Liam to give me another dexterity saving throw.
Veil is on the ethereal plane.
Oh, that's right. Veil doesn't need to. So Apollyon.
Okay.
I don't think
Apollyon
Veil would have been able to
23. I saw it coming.
22.
Yeah, looks like everybody is saving. Well, those of you, it looks like everybody succeeded. So everyone's going to take 8 points of acid damage.
Just Polly.
Oh, just Apollyon is. That's right.
Like the thing, Blood and Liam are like just standing in a perfect Apollyon shaped, like with it all in wall behind them.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
They're like cuddling next to each other, like in the perfect Apollyon shape. They're like, thanks, buddy.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
You got it.
What's that game? Like make the shape of the hole.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I just played.
That's exactly what you just played.
That game show is hilarious.
Okay. End of the round, beginning of the new Blood from a Stone. What you got?
I know what to do.
Well, yeah. He'll come up over here with the ones around the corner. I mean, it's arbitrary at this point, but he'll do a quick sneak. They're not gonna see him. Let's face it, they're not gonna see him. And then I guess he's done a bunch of damage to that one, so he's gonna fire at the one in the middle behind with the sharpshooter again.
Okay.
29
That's going to hit.
and an 18.
Yeah, both of them do hit.
And click sneak for the first one. Turn that on. 31 sneak and sharp, 25 piercing, and 16 ice or 8 ice. Really. And that's to the one
yeah.
in the middle there.
Yeah, without fail, that super powerful bow of yours just coming in clutch. 2 arrow shots, one right after another. This one had taken a little bit of damage from that acid as well, which helped it out. And yeah, tell us how that looked.
Oh, it died too? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess, I mean, so they were like a little layer of mucus, and they've kind of just risen up into like just a big old glob. So, I mean, he kind of sneaks around the corner, he just fires 2 shots at it. They both sink into it, and then at a second, you're like, and then it kind of like the cold kind of just starts to melt out from the middle, and then it just kind of shatters and cracks because it was near death. I mean, it's just a giant booger that died.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just like, yeah, they just shoot in, and then you just see the white just kind of start forming until it encompasses the whole creature, and then it just shatters.
Love it. Okay. Well, that's it for Blood's turn. Liam, you're up next.
That's 2.
Yeah, would you be fighting this good if you weren't part of the bet? You never kill this many. Anyway. Liam's gonna run straight through this space because there's nothing there. Just ethereal plane person. Up next to this freaking mucus ball.
Big ol' loogie.
You should have stopped in the middle of it to see what happens.
As you're all doing this,
Do your own plan. I'll take care of this one. 2 attacks. A 13 and a 21.
the 21 does hit.
Alright.
You had advantage on the first one.
That's true. So we'll just count that as 1, and the first one's going to hit.
Alright. I'll go ahead and roll one more time then. 18.
18 hits.
Beautiful. Alright. Damage for the first. 1 hex burn. Damage for the second. 1 more hex burn. There you are. Ah! Forgot to take the cold off again, so minus that 6 cold right there.
Okay, hold on a second.
Okay, so total cold for 7. Total fire is 9. 18 bludgeoning and 5 necrotic.
Yeah, you're pounding away with that flame-tongued flail that also somehow has magical ice attached as well, and necrotic damage. It seems to be pinging off from that bow of yours, and you're doing damage to it, and it's definitely taking the hits. It's hard to tell how damaged it is, but it is still alive.
Bonus action, unarmed strike. 15 hit.
15 hits.
Beautiful. Alright, doing 9 more damage.
9 more points of damage, yeah. It takes, you punch it as hard as you can, it takes the hit, wiggles and kind of wobbles there a little bit. Still alive, but I mean, how do you tell what a phlegm ball looks like? I don't know.
I just keep setting everybody else to take up these kills.
Yep.
Yeah, then I use the rest of my movement to get out of the way over to there so I can see what's going on both sides, and that's my turn.
Love it. Okay. Next up, we have the ball of phlegm that's in front of Alnad. Let's roll a d6, shall we?
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's not very smart, that's for sure, but it definitely can do something right.
I'm so glad I blinked.
Yeah, you really should be, because
I would have been dropped probably.
So I need dexterity saving throws from all 4 of you: Alnad, Blood, Liam, and Eloise. As this thing raises up and just exhales this big gelatinous mass of goop.
You still
Nat
take
1.
half, though.
Yeah, I know. Still, I did not make the shape. You got to roll for Eloise, Matt.
Yep, I'm working on it.
Okay.
Oh, that's a failure as well. So, Blood, you succeeded and you took no damage. Liam, you failed. Alnad succeeded and is taking half damage. Eloise failed. Let's see how much damage they actually did.
I was to say, she takes cold is what she gets reduced, right? She's not.
Not reducing acid.
If
no.
she were, would there be one that would?
I think she's.
What's up?
I think
Green-
she's immune to poison.
Yeah, black is black dragonborns are the
Black's
acid.
acid. So
Yep.
would they have been the ones that? Okay.
Yep.
Because I know there's each one, and it corresponds to the color of their dragon's breath weapon.
Okay, so Liam, and Eloise both failed. So Liam does.
Half of the
You take half of that, so 6. Eloise is taking the full 12.
It's a low roll this time.
And the both of you are pulled 30 feet towards this creature. So,
shit.
boom. And it's
Does that mean
kind
he's
of...
gonna like knock me over?
He's gonna... Yeah, actually, he's going to be pulled directly towards you and Alnad. I want both of you to make dexterity saving throws as well.
25. Is there anything we can do to like hold on, or like that would be like a strength saving throw in that?
Nah,
For
it's-
for
try
what?
it.
For what?
just
To like maybe like stop him from getting pulled in, or
No, there's nothing you can do
okay.
unless you have a reaction ability that would allow it.
No.
Yeah, no. Because, like, it's coming towards you. You're dodging out of the way.
I mean, I like to like try and interrupt him from going.
Yeah.
You know, but
No.
Are we considered grappled or just pulled next to it?
Let's see here. It's just pulled. It's not grappled. Alnad, however, is straight up knocked off his ass by Liam being pulled. You slam into his back. He drops down to the ground, and you are now standing, like, you're stuck there, right on top of him.
Hey,
So that's fun.
how's it going?
Ow! Get off my back. Veil, you're in another plane of existence. What's going on?
Alright, this acid's gone, right?
Yeah.
The cone? Okay. So I pop out 10 feet from my, from
Is
where
it-
I was.
Is it random or do you control it?
I
Isn't
can
it a
control
dice roll?
I thought it
It
was.
was like a 1 to 10, 11 to 20 roll type thing.
At the start of your next turn, and when the spell ends, if you are on the ethereal plane, you return to an unoccupied space of your choice.
There you
that
go.
You could see within 10 feet of the space you vanished from.
There you go.
Right, but
But
it
it-
keeps blinking you randomly, right?
I have to roll the blink, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the random
That's what I
part
was
of it.
curious about, yeah.
Yeah, well, no, it says if there's no unoccupied space within 10 feet of me, I appear in the nearest unoccupied space chosen at random.
Yeah,
There you go. Okay. So, you blink back into existence, and you can see the battlefield's changed quite a bit since you were here a few seconds ago.
Yes. Can I see this point right here?
I don't know. Can you?
Yeah, I mean I can. I'm trying to look at the, this wall right here.
Okay, so with the wall right there, you'd be able to see what you're able to see with your vision. I'm looking through your vision as well, and what you can see is what you can see.
Okay. So Veil's going to cast web.
Get us fireball. I was gonna be like, no.
Nope.
Interesting.
So I'm gonna need a let's see, template for what? Choose a square and 20 feet.
There you go.
20-foot cube. All right.
Okay.
And then go ahead.
I'm just reading this real quick. So webs spring into existence around in the center of these two phlegm-like creatures, shooting outward to try to sticky them. Let's see. Is it each creature that starts its turn there is when they make the dexterity saving throw? Okay, cool.
Yep. So it starts its turn. And then he is going to use his movement to. Ooh, this is on the other side of this white is a.
That's an incline going
slime,
up. Yeah, it's an incline going up, and it's slippery. It's covered in slime and nasty shit.
Okay. Just trying to think. I want to get as far away, just in case I fail my. I got faith in Apollyon knocking this thing out. So I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna roll for my blink. I need 11 or higher, I believe. Whoops. Let me just double check if that blinks me. Yep, on a roll of 11 or higher, you vanish. So I am gone.
There you go. Veil poofs into existence long enough to shoot a web, and then boing, gone.
Some may call me Spider-Man. I wouldn't, but some may. Alright, that's my turn.
Okay, that's your turn. Alnad is currently being stood on by Liam. He's not feeling that great. He's going to have to use half his movement to try to get up and scoot his way back, because there's not a lot of room in the space. So the critter's going to get an attack of opportunity. That's a 19, which is just gonna hit. So another pseudopod comes shooting out, wrapping around Alnad, grappling him, doing 10 points of bludgeoning and 13 points of acid, so 23 points total.
He doesn't have disengage?
He's a fighter.
Oh, I thought he was a rogue like you.
No, he is not a rogue. You don't know what he is.
I painted him to be a fighter, so I would hope that's what he is.
I thought he was a ranger.
Never really asked, did you?
Alright. I painted Blood when Blood growing up was the ranger, he was the fighter. And he fought 2 swords, died Macarius, you know, the old... That's what I did. That's how I
you were the ranger as the kid, but you didn't grow up as a ranger, did you?
Well, no, he grew up as a ranger.
I'm talking about you.
Yeah, he did. He grew up a ranger, and then when
you grew up as a rogue.
No, he did not.
Well, he was trained as a ranger as a child, but he became a rogue after the fact.
I was trained as a ranger. I just didn't take any levels in it. That makes perfect sense. I got you now.
He said he forgot all of it.
No,
he forgot all of it
stuff that he
later
had
on.
kind of buried.
All this stuff happened in character.
Yeah, literally it did.
So that was his movement, Alnad's movement. He's not feeling the greatest in the world, that's for sure. He kind of glances over there, and he's like, that's yeah, I'm just gonna have to get a little healing here. He's gonna touch himself, and as he touches himself, you see a glow begin to spread throughout his fingertips and course over his body, healing some of that acid damage that he's been taking. That was his action.
Yeah, that's what happens when I touch myself too.
Yeah, we all hear it. Don't worry, you're not very quiet.
I touch myself.
Wow. Okay. He's grappled. He can't move. He's stuck right where he is.
Full poly.
Apollyon, you're up next.
Alright, I'm gonna follow suit and use my bonus action to use Second Wind.
Good idea.
And heal myself for 13.
Nice. 13 points of healing. Wait a minute, why is it 2d10? I thought it was 1d10 plus your level.
Oh, am I stupid?
I'm pretty sure it's 1d10 plus level, unless I'm mistaken.
Okay, a 1d10 plus level. Let me roll that again.
Yeah, just re-roll.
Wow!
Okay, why the fuck not? You still got 13 points of healing.
Great. And then I'm gonna go ahead and attack this slime twice.
Do it.
I should not have had advantage this time. 13.
13, unfortunately, does not hit.
You want to just do the 16 as the other attack, or I guess?
Yikes.
Yeah, 2 swings. You're trying to stab at
misses.
this thing, and it just seems to wiggle and back up from you. And each time you try to stab at it, you miss. That's a shame.
Well, damn. Alright. That's all I got.
Okay. Next up, we have the phlegm that's in the back, wrapped or in this Cuba web. So he first needs to make a dexterity saving throw to try to not be stuck. I'm assuming a 15 fails.
Yep.
So
He's
he is restrained.
I think it's a 19.
Let's see if he feels some restraint.
So he could
Okay,
use
so
his action.
action to make a strength check.
Yep, strength check.
Okay. Well, let's see how well he can do this.
It's a giant booger. I'm sure it's really strong.
It's not bad, actually.
Oh, +4 again.
But an 8's still not going to cut it. So it's trying to move and get out from all these webs that is just wrapped around it, but he seems to be just wrapping himself harder and harder, and it is stuck right where it is. Oh, I did forget to roll the d6. Let me do that real quick. Okay. Doesn't matter anyway. Jareth is up next.
All right, Jarrett's going to do the same thing he did before. Give this one, give advantage to whoever attacks it, which I'm assuming is Apollyon, and kind of just fly back.
Okay.
Well, I got something here. Yep. And he's done.
Okay. It's Eloise's turn next. She has been pulled 30 feet and is right up in front of this absolutely terrifying creature. What can she do at close range? That's a good question.
Does produce flame have to be a ranged attack?
It is a ranged attack, yes.
She has weapons, right?
Oh, she has her staff.
Claws and a breath weapon.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah, she does have her. She'd have to transform. I don't know what else that.
You know what she doesn't have on here? I don't see on her attacks her staff at all. Her staff is a +2 fucking weapon.
Maybe she.
Swing.
Maybe she just took all the stats that it had and used that.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
Man, she never really. I don't think she's ever actually. She ever actually done a melee hit?
I'm not sure, but I'm gonna put this on here.
I don't recall. I've seen her do Primal Fury and Slash.
Well, yeah, that would be her melee stuff.
Yeah, isn't Primal Fury a cantrip?
Is what? Primal Fury? Yeah, Primal Fury is. Or not, it's Primal Savagery. Yeah, Primal Savagery is her is a spell. And I thought about that, using that too, but we've all been able to see these creatures. She knows that acid doesn't do a hell of a lot. So I'm gonna do this. Swinging with the Staff of the Woodlands. 19's
Nice.
gonna hit. 7 points of magical bludgeoning damage to this creature. Not enough to take it out, of course, but, you know, it's still something.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have used her breath weapon. That would have been smarter. Oh well.
Just dream up more of these flames. She can get a chance.
Yeah, there you go. That's it for Eloise's turn, I think. Because she's grappled.
And she doesn't have many bonus actions.
Nope. Next up is the phlegm that's facing off against Apollyon. Let's roll a d6, shall we? Nope. Okay. It is going to be taking 2 attacks at Apollyon. The This thing is very stupid, doesn't know any better. All it knows is it's hungry.
Let's go.
That's an 18, which misses, and a 12, which misses.
Nice.
That's it for that creature. Top of the order. Let's try to finish this up before as quickly as we can, so we can go on break. Blood from a stone.
Would I guess the one up top, is it still stuck in the web? Would I get like advantage on him? I mean, I know I've got.
He hasn't rolled yet.
Yeah, that one hasn't rolled yet. It is not restrained. That one is not.
Okay.
The one behind is.
And you have advantage on this one if you want to take it out.
Yeah, we'll shoot at that one first. We'll go ahead and go sharpshooter still. 20.
Yep, that's gonna hit. If you can do more than 6 damage, you can kill this thing.
I did a little more than 6. It's actually the best fucking sneak sharp roll I've had the whole time.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Isn't it great?
That's how close I was? Ah, I hate you.
Yeah. So once again, the sniping little kill stealer takes out another of these phlegm things.
Cherry picking.
He's just like, he's got a notch on the bow. Like, alright, then he'll take, I guess it'll just be a regular shot. Or would I get advantage since it's got so many, or it's actually grappling them, so I guess.
Yeah, you do not have advantage on this.
We'll
It's
still go
grappling
shoot.
Alnet, but me and Eloise aren't grappled. We're just next to it.
Yeah.
Oh,
You have
Correct.
advantage on this one back here, Blood, if you could see it.
Move out a little bit. Yeah, he'll take a shot. Yeah, he'll shoot at that one. Go sharpshooter again. Oh, well, here, let me do that since I had clicked advantage. 18.
18 is gonna hit.
It's 10 sharp, 16 pierce, 4 ice.
And you're doing the one in the back, right?
The one in back, yeah. He didn't want to. Wants Liam to get something out of this fight.
No, he doesn't.
You're right, he doesn't.
It's more advantageous.
Yeah, it's... Plus, I mean, that, I'm guessing would a 13 have hit?
13 would not hit.
See, there you go. So it's better that he chose not that.
Yeah. But, that's...
He only moved 5 feet, so we'll kind of move just a bit more around here just for that acid spray shit. And he'll keep an eye down the hallway to see if any more start coming out.
Fair enough. Liam, you're up next.
Fool yourself, Blood. It's not you, it's the bow.
As he's walking, he goes, I left you one.
Wow.
Alright, that thing just died, so I will move my hex over to this thing. Do I need a bonus action? I don't need a bonus action to do that.
I think that is a bonus action.
Yeah, it's a bonus to move it again. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so bonus action, I'll move that over to him. Alright, and I'll take 2 attacks. 2. Where is that? I lost it. Flame Tongue Flip. Ooh, and that 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
Make sure everything's clicked. See all the pretty die. Awesome. First attack, 20 bludgeoning, 16 fire, and 6 cold.
Oh, come on. Just tell us how that looked on that first critical hit.
And the first critical. Oh wait, hang on. I actually hit 2 necrotics also. Oh, not the cold, but we'll just. It's a D6 anyway. Whatever. We'll just say.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
7 cold, 7 hex.
But either way, you took this thing out, so tell us how it looks.
Beautiful. Okay, so as this thing's looking at the webs, whether it's gonna catch that or not, it gets hit with the first flail. That's just like fire, and then like ice, and then as soon as it shakes those things off, then the hex hits it and just kind of crumples it down into nothing, and it disintegrates.
Love it. You still have that second attack. I'm not going to make you waste it on that thing. If you want to, you can try to go through the webs and hit the other thing. If not,
can I go through the web?
I mean, you're going to have to make a dexterity saving
DC
throw.
9, DC 19 dex.
So it's up to you.
Isn't affected by that. The difficult terrain, is it still hidden?
It's still magic.
still
It's not.
Okay.
It functions like difficult terrain. It is not difficult terrain.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, well, the second attack went to the other one. As it's falling down, I just splatter it against the wall.
Fair
And
enough.
I'll stand there. Somebody who is ranged and is going to kill it anyway might as well kill it anyway.
Okay, well, that's Liam's turn then, I guess, unless you're going to move.
Eloise is right there. I'll stay next to her, just in case something happens.
Fair enough. Veil, you're in a different dimension.
Yep. He pops back out, moves forward one, and he's going to toll the dead down to that guy in the back.
Okay, there's a wisdom saving throw.
Correct.
You're welcome, Natty.
That's a failure.
Alright, 14 necrotic.
Your
Sucks
bell
in the
tolls.
lower number.
You see the necrotic energy just course through this creature. It looks very odd and not the greatest in the world.
Okay. Go right here, and then see if I'm still on this plane. And I am still on this plane of existence.
Still on this plane of existence.
Reluctantly.
Well, at least you're not reluctantly crouched at the starting line.
Engines pumping and pumping attack.
Alnad doesn't feel the greatest. It is his turn. He is... yeah, he'll go ahead and put his sword away. He just... you see him with that hilt kind of go back to his shoulder. And as it does so, the blade just seems to retract down back into the hilt. And he just secures it right there. He's going to pull out his bow instead. And... yeah, I'm not going to use any of this shit. This thing looks pretty dead as it is. Well, you know what?
You want to wait?
Nah, he's gonna hold it. He's not gonna do it. He's just gonna hold on to it. Longbow shot.
He has advantage.
Perfect. Much better with a 22. 14 points of
Nice.
piercing damage. Unfortunately, not enough to take this thing out. It is still up. It is wobbling there. Doesn't look great.
Does he have a second shot?
He does. Oh yeah, he does have a second shot. 24 is gonna hit. Yes.
You know what? I should get all of his kills. This is like the fourth one.
Oh, interesting.
Hey, we shared a womb.
So, wait. You're in first
Uh,
place, and now you're grubbing for other people's kills?
Yeah,
Why
apparently.
don't you just, like, accept your leadership position, and we'll
Hey,
work on that later if you actually lose.
we shared a womb together, right? It should be.
Yeah, and you see your brother, whom you shared a womb with, pull out his bow, look at the creature, draw the arrow back, look over at you, Blood, give you a little wink as he releases. The arrow flies through, hits center mass, tears through this thing, and it just dissolves down into nothing but goo. Dead.
Why don't you stick with your blade next time, right?
Aw, someone's a little butthurt that other people can do the things you can do. Poor baby.
Better. I mean, let's just face it, I can't.
Where'd you get that bow again?
Anything you can do, I can do better.
I stole it.
How do you delete this cube again? The spell?
Oh, I have to do it. You just click on it, or you can do it. Click on it, hit
I
delete.
did.
Oh yeah, you press the delete button on the keyboard,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So, with the battle over, everyone takes a moment to breathe a sigh of relief. Veil releases the hold of his concentration on that web, and for the moment at least, you seem safe. So that's a perfect time to take a break. But let's take a quick one. I'm gonna go pee real
pop
quick.
back in the ethereal plane.
And as you're saying that, poof, gone. Oh yeah, was Blink a concentration spell?
It is not a concentration spell.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
That is pretty nice.
Neither is mirror image. Here, I'll throw it up again just so you can see.
Yeah, no concentration. Nice. Anyway, yeah, as you're all like breathing a sigh of relief, just poof, Veil disappears. But we'll get back to that in a second. We're going to, like I said, take a 10-minute break. We're going to try to get back as quickly as we possibly can. And when we do, we'll find out where everybody's going from here. So stay tuned. Howdy, everybody. We are back. And when we last left off, the Faab Five had just defeated Phlegm. They fought loogies, goddammit. They just fought big balls of snot.
Hey, you pick the booger, or the booger picks you.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, that's what happened. And it was nasty and gross, and they got like grappled by it, and most of y'all are covered in acidy burning mucus. Except for Veil, who was in another dimension the entire time.
I didn't get any on it.
Okay, fine, whatever. But anyway, the creatures are dead. The mucus has kind of settled, and there's a lot less of it now on the ground. Like it's not raised up like it was. It's all flat and just mushed and kind of nasty and gummy looking at this point after you've all just wailed on this stuff. But
If we were to put some in vials, could we use it as acid, or is it non-acidic now?
Not. Go ahead and make a investigation check if you want to.
I think we could buy better acid.
Well, I don't know. We don't know. Let's see. 15.
You walk over and kind of poke at it, the acid, the mucusy stuff a little bit, and like it's viscous. It kind of sticks to whatever it is you're using to poke at it, but it doesn't burn all that much. Like there is a little bit of acidity to it. You see a little bit of melt away starting to happen. Like let's say you use a stick or something. You see a little bit of that. So there is a little bit of acidity to it still. Whether or not it would work is like as good as a vial of acid. You'd have to test it out, but like it does burn a little bit still.
All right, not worth it. To the lungs.
All right.
Okay. So, you begin walking down this tunnel, which to the right side, which you do feel a little bit of that breeze starting to flow past you as you're walking down it. It's subtle, like super subtle. But most of you have like ridiculously high passive perception, so anyone who has over a 16, you're going to be able to just naturally feel that little bit of gust going past you as you begin to walk. The path is slow. The ground doesn't grip your feet the way it did when you're at the mouth. It's quite a bit harder in this section of tunnel as you're moving your way through, so you're not hampered by the difficult terrain at this point. But the corridor is longer than you would expect it to, and after about 10 minutes of walking, I'm going to need somebody to go ahead and hold on a second. go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
I'll do it. Rolling a d20. 2.
Okay. Your path continues for another 5 minutes. 10 minutes. Roll me another d20.
Come on, else. Alright, we got
15.
15 this time.
15. You continue walking on. Liam, do you still have your flame tongue flail out, by the way? Or did you put that away?
I can't imagine why I would put it away. I don't have a reason to unless we're trying to be stealthy.
Are you? Or are you just trekking? I
Uh,
assume you're just
Apollyon
trekking.
does.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we're just
Trekking. Okay, then you have your flame tongue flail out.
Yep.
It's still burning, and you continue to make your way. You continue walking another 5 minutes until you reach a point where you can see the path diverging left and right. And I'm going to go ahead and show you on the map now. The stonework, as you've been walking, has progressively begun to get darker. Under your flame tongue flail, you can see that back in the passageway, in what we've been calling the esophagus, it was darkish brownish red-hued, but the farther you get down this passageway, the darker the for want of better word, stone flesh, because it's a little bit of both. It looks like petrified flesh a little bit. Seems to get darker and darker the farther you move along. Eventually you all stop and pause because you can see that the pathway tees into two directions, one going more north, one going south.
Well, if this is supposed to lead to the lungs, there are 2 lungs, if I'm not mistaken. Does it make a difference which one we go to?
No, I wouldn't think so.
Plus, with
One's
a
going to
creature-
be smaller.
With a creature that size, you never know. It might have more than one set of lungs.
Fair enough. We've been traveling for almost an hour now. I think this has got to be something, right? If nobody says anything, I'll start going to the right, I guess, or the north. Whatever is north and which is south.
North
I
would
don't
be
see the
left.
split, honestly. So,
Yeah,
go forward a little bit.
north would be up to your left, and down would be south and to the right.
Okay, then north is what I wanted to do, so up and to the left.
Okay. You continue walking, heading to that branching pathway. And as you step out towards it, you see that the tunnel seems to be getting smaller and smaller. From here, it's been about 10 feet wide by 10, 12-ish feet wide, but now it's starting to go slant downward. And how tall are you?
It's 5'10".
Okay, so it's not like super close to you, Apollyon. You've got like maybe a couple feet of head space above you, so it's about 10 feet wide here. But you can also see that this pathway seems to branch in quite a few directions, and these tunnels seem to get narrower and narrower. To your left, to your right, and directly ahead, you can see 3 branches in this passageway. Most of them are barely more than like 5-6 feet tall.
These are single.
I'm getting kind of claustrophobic in here.
Alright, this is one at a time in here, single file. Everybody pick a path, I suppose. They'll split up. We'll meet back here for dinner.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Do you have a better? Is there a
Um,
correct path?
So we start from the left and work our way around.
All right, all left turns. Here we go.
Let's do it.
You continue
A lot of
walking,
Apollyon going in
and
front of me.
the path, like, you're having to crouch down a little bit at this point, Liam, as you're stepping through. And these chambers, they're so odd looking. So they're tubular and like lumpy, and you're kind of having to crawl up a little bit and go down a little bit as the pathway just winds up, down, side to side. You glance through these adjoining passageways, and you can see that they're just tunnels that seem to end in little places that are a little bit wider than everything else. I don't know if anybody's ever actually seen like what a lung looks like when you autopsy it, but it's mostly just big spongy masses of flesh with holes and pockets and tubes running through it where the air opens and closes and expands and contracts as you're breathing. So that's kind of what you're seeing here right now. These bronchial tubes that are just opening up that you can tell they just go for a ways and then they stop, and you're just stuck at the end, and you kind of look around and like, wow, this is really weird and disconcerting, and then you start crawling back along the path again. Go ahead and roll me another d20, somebody.
Joe, your turn.
They gotta roll a 16 or higher to get in the counter.
19.
Okay. Roll me a d6.
Uh-oh, you triggered something.
Okay. Now roll me a d4.
Oh, good God.
Rocks fall and we all die.
Yeah, that joke's never been done before. Good job.
So you've all been kind of just crowded into this area, looking through these tunnels that Liam is starting to climb down. Blood from the side of a wall. It's almost like a bit of a fold where the rock kind of goes out, then bubbles a little bit, and then goes back inward. And at first you weren't really noticing this, but you're like super duper keen-eyed, and you have a ridiculous passive perception of, isn't it 20?
22.
22. So you would immediately see this thing starting to crawl out around this fold, and it's about the size of, well, almost about the size of a frisbee. Kind of flat, ovular, and has these long spider-like appendages, but they're super thin, starting, and the way it moves is like all of these little extended feelers kind of like twist and move around, and it is like crawling along the wall, and it seems to be coming towards you, about to attack, but you see it first. So roll for me initiative real quick, and we'll see who gets to go first.
All of us, or just Blood?
Blood's the first person to see this, so we're gonna see who gets to go first.
Okay.
That's a 9, so yeah, you definitely would react before anybody else gets to. What do you do, Blood?
Well, if he could see this thing coming up on him pretty quick, I mean, he would bonus action disengage. just to scoot back so this fucking thing ain't right the fuck on top of him. Let me go back just a bit more, and then he's just gonna dump some arrows into it. And as he's doing this, he's gonna be like, "Oh, there's shit on the walls." It's like they're coming out of the goddamn walls. And we'll, you know, we're not gonna go sharpshooter just yet, so we can see what the fuck this thing's got. And I'm guessing I won't get sneak on this since it was crawling.
Nope.
God, I should have gone sneak or fucking sharpshooter. 33.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
God damn it. 29. Yep, should have done it, but it didn't. So.
Shots are at advantage.
Alright.
Yeah, shots would not have been an advantage, but they still all hit.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, they're all, 19. I mean, well, the first, yeah. So, I mean, even a 19 minus 3 is 16. Would a 16 have hit?
You have no
Oh,
idea.
no, I guess it would have been a 17. It would have been a, yeah. But anyway, they hit. So,
Yeah, so let's see.
36, 38 piercing, 18, 28, 34 ice.
And you just immediately ching ching ching, and this thing shatters as ice completely coats its body, and it drops down to the ground dead.
Oh, okay.
Would I also get a surprise round because I have?
I mean, unless there's more.
It's dead, but no, it crawled out right next to him. He happened to see it, and he shot it before anything else happens. And you all just like what
Sorry.
the fuck? You all just look around like Apollyon.
Look, it's there. I didn't dream it.
You probably saw it in the corner of your eye at the same time that he got his shots off. But yeah, it's dead, and you're all just like staring at him like, what the fuck?
He's just gonna be like,
What was that thing?
He's feeling his pulse. He's like, yeah, it was a little scary. I don't know. It was like a.
Can we search it?
I mean, I don't know how to describe it. It was like almost like just bugs or something like that. It formed up into a creature. And
so
it's all frozen on the ground.
yeah, it's all frozen on the ground. It's in chunks, and it's all on the ground, and it's like all frozen. But as the ice like slowly melts away, because it's magic, and magic doesn't last a long time. Like the ice doesn't last indefinitely. But so as that all like kind of fades away, you're looking at it, and is anybody here proficient in medicine?
No. Maybe Eloise.
Maybe Eloise.
Yeah, Eloise is. So I'm going to have Eloise walk over, kneel down, and take a look at it.
I just killed something. It was like the cure for fucking cancer in Loroupa.
Eloise kneels down and begins looking it over. And after a few moments, like she's kind of piecing it together, she says, "Guys, I think this thing is I think it's a cell. Like a cell from the body. It's just big and mutated, and my affairs talked to me about these things plenty of times, but I've never even imagined something like could be this big. Cells are the building blocks of things. They're super, super tiny, but this is massive."
Well, I mean, this thing is massive. Maybe that's why.
Does that mean at any point in time, any part of this thing could come apart and become a bunch of those little things?
You had to be cheerful about it, didn't you?
Let's quickly search these lungs area, and then head back to the other tube.
Well, you say that as you're looking around, and these tunnels are vast. There's tons of them. They go all over the place. There's holes in the ceiling. There's holes in spaces in the floor that actually go down that I didn't bother to put on this map. I really just wanted to give you the scope of how big lungs would be if you were to walk in from the inside. So you start walking through, climbing at certain points, making your way around. And after about 15 or so minutes again, I need somebody else to make me another D20 roll.
Johnny
I rolled-
boy.
Rolled too well, so.
Yep. Feel free to start moving your
Roll a
tokens
17.
around. Go ahead and roll me a D6.
Shit. Do you get your own cell to play with?
We have no clue.
I didn't play well with mine. I broke mine. So make sure you keep yours. Mint condition packaging.
Doubtful.
Okay. 4. Go ahead and roll me 3d6.
Okay. 11.
Okay. So, Apollyon. At this point, your group, you all kind of stayed together a little bit, I would say? You've been following each other, or did you all split off?
Yeah, they negged on my idea to split off, and they said let's stay together.
Okay, so I'm going to set the stage here a little bit. You've been spending some time crawling through these areas, looking around, trying to find something in these lungs. You've made it a steady pace. I'm going to be moving you all, so just bear with me a second.
Okay.
You've all been progressing steadily down these corridors. Every so often you'd see a little path. One of you would walk down a little ways to see what's down there and kind of regroup again, because after a certain point the path just does end. You're all probably right about here now. And as you've been moving, we'll just say Jareth's right. Did you leave Jareth where he was, or did he stay with you?
He stays with me.
He stayed with you? Okay. So he's right. He doesn't have room to fly
Yeah, so probably
All
just
right,
for
well,
most
then-
part. So he would
then-
have to either
yeah,
be
I would
on your
have him-
shoulder or on somebody else's. Is all my point is.
All right. Yeah, I'll tuck him on my shoulder.
Okay. But as you're moving, Apollyon, you see this first. Something is one of the walls begins like dust starts moving down it, and you begin seeing it fall more and more and more, and it catches your eye, and you kind of watch it as a tunnel and a hole begins to burrow out from the wall, and you can see a long, odd-shaped creature. It looks like a worm with long hooks coming out of its mouth, a big, wide, circular mouth. But what's your passive perception? You only have a 10.
10.
But you do have danger sense, so you're not surprised by this.
Yep.
As for the rest of you, you all see the same things beginning. More of this dust and gravel starting to come away as more of these things start burrowing their way out. And there's quite a few of them. That's too big. So I'm going to need everybody to roll for initiative.
Whew. That didn't take long.
That's pretty good initiatives for everybody so far. What the?
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Wait, shit, did I just...
Okay. Yeah, we got 15 minutes left until this game's over, but we'll see what happens. Okay.
We've got hookworms.
Indeed you do. And I'm just going to have them all go on the same initiative, because why the hell not? They're crawling out, and everybody would see this before they managed to wiggle their way completely out. So, Blood, you look and you see a hole right in front of your damn face, and this thing's starting to crawl out at you. Big, wide, round mouth filled with teeth, long hooks on the side, and it just starts wiggling at you. There is a little bit of light because of Liam, and so you can tell this thing is like pale white, like sickly pale white. What do you do?
Well, he's gonna, bravely and most passionately disengage and duck away. Because it's fucking coming right at him with those teeth.
Wow.
He's gonna, he'll shoot for the one that gets right here in front, because this one would get covered, wouldn't it?
Which one?
You know what? My bow ignores 3/4 cover. Our sharpshooter does. But I won't shoot it down. We'll shoot the one right here in front of him. You know what? We will go ahead and go sharpshooter on this one. I'm not gonna let that go again. Hopefully I didn't just fuck myself. But 19.
19's gonna hit.
Yeah, I'll turn down the range. 27.
Yep.
12.
12 is not gonna hit.
Since he's got a couple of people right next to it. 28 sneak, 13 pierce, 6 ice.
How much is that total?
Sharpshooter. 41 on the piercing sharpshooter sneak, and 6, so 47 total for that one. Does that kill it?
Yeah, that is enough to kill it. You aim and fire, ching, right into the hole, and the creature just screams as it dies.
If he saw it died, he'd turn, and the second hit and the third shot that misses would go towards the one that's the only other one he can clearly see. Oh, you shot this one. I was gonna have him shoot this one.
Oh, that one. Sorry, that's fine.
No, fuck. If you want to have him shoot that one, I'll shoot the one in front of Apollyon then. Since I figured that one I couldn't see.
Actually, no, you're right. I don't think you can't. You can't see it with your.
Okay, then we
it would have been
this
that one. Yeah.
And now he's shooting at the one that's coming out by Liam. So that was I turn sneak off. Yep. 10 sharp, 15 piercing, 4 ice, so 25, 29 total, unless the ice doesn't do as much.
29 points of damage to which one? The one by Liam?
The one by Liam, yeah. The only one, well, I guess he can see that one that's down there by Eloise, but yeah, I shot at the one by Liam first.
Yeah, these things were supposed to have 45, not 50 something. 51, I don't know why I did that.
Unless you killed it.
No, you did not kill that one.
I wouldn't think, if I had.
I don't know what stat blocks these things have.
I know. Well, he's got a bunch of them, so hopefully they don't have a lot of you, so hopefully we get it done in 15 minutes. So, yeah, that's, he might, he'll just kind of stay right there, right in the middle, so he can kind of see everything coming from every direction.
Okay. That's it for Blood. Jareth is up next. Now, these things, like I said, they're burrowing out of these holes. So, it's not quite the same as being able. Like, how would you be able to give them the help action when they're like still mostly inside the hole?
All right, yeah, I could just, you know what, I could just have Jareth out of this encounter altogether.
At least for the moment, because yeah.
No, that's fine.
He's
That's fine.
hooting
I'll just tuck him under
affectionately
my
in your ear.
I'll just tuck him under my my cloak. Like he's got that little perch under my cloak.
Okay.
Should we
That's
roll
fair.
Eloise in?
Oh yeah, I did forget to roll Eloise.
And Alnad.
Thank you. We got a lot of rolls.
Eloise.
Actually, worked out pretty well, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she would have rolled low initiative and failed her dex save, so it's like she's here.
Pretty much. But okay, Apollyon, you're up next.
Trying to think of what to do here. I think I will rage first as my bonus action and use my instinctive pounce feature to move half my speed as part of that bonus action.
I will point out that you are in 5-foot tunnels in most places. You're like crouching down to be walking
okay.
through here. So
Alright,
you can pounce forward, I guess, but it's like really weird.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll crouch down and come over to this guy and try to impale him with my spear. Or trident.
Love it. Did you have it still electrified from earlier?
Yes, I did.
Groovy.
And I'll attack recklessly to gain advantage. Because that's what I do. 23.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
20 damage.
20 damage, not too bad.
Attack again.
Ooh. Nat 20.
Critical.
Hey, I guess that hits.
Brutal crit.
Hey, at least
Oh
you're
yeah, I
you're
do get a
fucking-
brutal. Do I get double
rolling.
brutal?
I don't think you
Nice.
get. You don't get.
Yeah, it's isn't it? Well, no, the brutal
Well,
critical
no,
is just
brutal's
one
just
extra
one
dice,
extra dice added to it.
because it's called brutal critical. Yeah.
Yeah,
At least
the
it's
brutal-
rolling you regular fucking magic damage shit that stuff instead of just
Yeah, I
saying
finally figured
one.
that out. Yep, so let's see, how much is that? That's 13,
33.
16, 22, 33.
Yep, 33 points of damage. Yeah, you stab twice with that trident, twisting and breaking, and the thing, just as it was coming out of the hole, and you snap its head off cleanly. It falls to the ground dead.
Nice. That's another kill for me. And I'll step past it and move up to this next one.
Okay. Liam, you're up next. Can't hear you.
Well,
There you go.
oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. So I'll attack the one right next to me first. Quick attack shot.
That's gonna
18
hit.
to hit. Okay. I'll do 13, 17, 24.
Enough to take this thing out. You smash its head clean in with your flame tongue flail and just leave it as like a sticky goo mass
Yeah.
in the hole.
Just playing whack-a-weasel right here.
Pretty much.
And then I'll come around the corner at this one and take another flame tongue flail attack. 18 for a
Yep.
28.
Definitely hits.
Ooh, not so much cold, but 18, 19 damage on that. I'll follow it up with Yeah, we'll throw a key point in and do flurry of blows. 2 unarmed strikes.
Do it.
16, 25.
Both hit.
Ignore the cold. 9 and 9, so 18 more.
You pummel into this creature that's just as it's beginning to wiggle out of the hole. Once, twice, third time with the flail. It's looking severely battered and bruised and broken in many places, but it is still alive, barely.
Okay.
Vale, you're up next.
All right. Vale hears all the commotion, comes around the corner, raises a finger, and blasts a Toll the Dead at this disgusting worm.
The one next to me?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Your finger blasting that worm.
That's not what he's doing.
Wow.
You're like, oh, that's not what he's doing.
Which one were you casting it on again?
The one that's really damaged.
The one by
only
Liam?
that's damaged right
Okay,
now,
the one by
right?
Liam. Got it.
Yeah.
I just needed, because if it's damaged, it takes 20. If it's not damaged, it takes 11. So.
Well, it's taken nothing
Ooh,
because it rolled a
faster.
19.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Hold on.
Hold on.
Do I want to waste? No, I'll save it.
Yeah, if you want to use a lucky
Right.
point, you can.
No, I was gonna use silvery barbs, but
Fair enough.
yeah, there's no point in what do you call it? Wasting that on these stupid worms. All right,
Well, get it.
I'm gonna stay where I am, I guess.
Okay. Alnad is next. He is going to reach up and grab that hilt again. He pops it off the sheath that he had up there, and as he does, as a bonus action, he ignites it. That bright beam of light energy comes out from the blade, and he is going to move forward towards the one that's just peeking its head out over here. 2 swings from Alnad. I like this sword.
Uh-oh.
Oh, a 26 and a 31 for a critical.
Gotta love those criticals.
Oh,
Does it
yeah.
not do any, like, or is it literally just a
It's
blade?
literally
Pure
just
radiant,
a blade
yeah,
of
yeah.
radiant energy. And it doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's still cool. So 28 total points of damage to the critter in front of him. Not dead, but definitely hurt. Eloise's turn. I don't know. You think she's brave enough to go take on one of these things by herself? I think
I
I'm gonna.
can't see her doing anything more than cantrip, seeing how fast we've been taking them out.
No, she's not going to. She's going to be using her primal, whatever it's called.
Okay.
Primal
Savagery.
Savagery. 16 does hit. 19 points of
Nice.
damage. Nice.
She only gets 1 attack with that, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it does the 3D. There's a 3D10
Yeah, I
acid.
think of savagery. I'm all like, you're attacking with both claws, yeah. But I guess that's not how that works.
Nope. So, you've taken out 3 of the worms so far, and that's not terrible. Now it's all of their turn. As it's wiggling out, it wiggles farther, and from the sides of it, you can see these tentacles start wiggling outward, almost like an octopus, a little bit. The first one we're going to say is the one that's in front of you, Liam. It's going to try to make a bite attack at you. And a nat 20 is going to hit.
Yeah.
For 11 points of piercing damage. It's then, once it bites down you feel those hooks latch into you. Then those tentacles come out and try to swipe at you as well. But it's a 12, so you rip yourself back out from its mouth just as those tentacles are starting to come towards you, and you bat away and dodge.
Gotcha.
That's going to be that one's turn. Let's try to do this quick. Bite at Alnad. That's a miss. Tentacle at Alnad. That's a miss. Bite attack at Apollyon. That's a miss. Does a 22 hit Apollyon?
Nope, my AC is 23.
Jesus, you're ridiculous. Okay. Let's see here. And there is one right next to Eloise. Bite attack at Eloise. What's her AC? 17. So that's a miss. Tentacle attack. 23 is going to hit Eloise. This tentacle comes out and smacks into her with tiny little barbs all along its tentacle. It's the moment it stabs into her, injecting this poison, she's going to need to make a Constitution saving throw.
I think Eloise might be immune to poison.
Is she?
I think it's a druid thing.
No, that's a monk thing.
It's a druid thing also.
Let me take a
For
look.
her type of druid,
I'm
maybe.
pretty sure.
It should say.
I'm looking on her thing right now.
Yeah.
Just give me a minute.
I can swear I remember her saying something like that.
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. When you reach level 10, you can't be charmed or frightened by elementals or fae, and you are immune to poison and disease. So there you go. It stabs at her and injects the poison, but nothing happens. She is, yeah. Immune to
You're
poison.
welcome, Alyssa.
That's some bullshit right there. Okay. Apollyon, a worm manages to burrow its way through a wall and comes out towards you. Gets to make, comes up from behind you, actually. So,
It gets
bite.
advantage.
Okay. That's a nat 20 on that bite.
Ooh. Okay.
16 points of piercing damage. Next is the tentacle attack.
Hold on, hold on.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Alright, yeah, go ahead.
Were you going to do something as a reaction, that first attack?
Not anymore.
Fair enough.
Go ahead and do it.
8 piercing.
Okay, so...
Piercing in half.
Yes, oh, that's right, you are actually, are you raging right now? I don't think you're
You did
raging.
rage on the last
You
night.
did rage?
Yeah, I raged on my last turn.
Okay, so the 16 piercing is reduced in half to 8. You also take 7 points of poison damage, and I need a con saving throw.
I'm good at that.
Oh, you probably got at least a
26.
Yeah, you have a plus 10.
Oh yeah,
A
you're
2
fine.
Or a 1 is the only way you fail. That's
You
it.
you take the poison damage, but no problem whatsoever. You resist it and push past. Next up is I got two more of them. Another one starts wiggling its way down the wall, along the corridor, and comes up behind Eloise, who's going to be attacking her. Two criticals in from one
Wow,
thing.
yeah.
Jesus.
Give him advantage. Shit.
Yeah, 23 is going to hit Eloise. 4 points of piercing damage. Then it's going to be a tentacle again. Doesn't hit. It wouldn't have mattered if it did, but still got to roll it. Next one, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 is moving past Eloise. It seems to be coming straight towards you, Blood. The tentacles shoot out towards you. They've got 10 feet of reach. So 2 tentacles come shooting at you from this worm that's inching its way along the floor behind you. That's a 15 and a 23.
23 hits.
Okay, 4 points of poison damage, and I need that con saving throw from you too. No trouble whatsoever. You push past that paralysis.
4 points. Yeah.
Okay, that's it for those guys' turn. Top of the order, you're all surrounded, but these things are kind of squishy, so it's not taking too long to deal with them. What are you doing, Blood?
Well, I guess now that can be considered stepping out of melee range if he goes up, since it's got this tentacle thing?
Yes, it would.
Well, then...
So that's going to be an attack?
Well, I mean,
Oh, you're just asking?
If
it's up to you. Okay.
Let it try.
Let it try. That's a 20?
No.
What's your AC now?
No.
Nice.
Got 21. So that he'll do his...
Wait a minute, are you using a shield?
No, I guess he wouldn't right now, so that'll...
Yeah, because you got your bow out. So 6 points of poison damage, and I need that con saving throw again.
Yeah, you always got your bow out. When do you have your shield out?
I guess when he's using his hand one, it would have been more...
Yeah, if you're using a hand crossbow, you would be able to use the shield, or if you're walking. But if you got the bow out, you can't have the shield. So that's a 5. That is a failure. So you feel your body clench up as paralysis takes hold. You are now paralyzed. That just made things more complicated. That's why I asked. I was going to let you do that.
He thought about it. He had a different plan.
Trying for the sneak.
Yep.
I know.
That's what happens. Well, Jareth is up next.
He's out of he's out of this combat.
Okay, fair enough.
Just hooting Veil's ear.
Okay, I'm just going to take him out of initiative, and that way I don't keep asking.
Right.
Apollyon, you're up next. You got 2 of them on either side of you, or 1 on either side of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the one directly in front of me first. Reckless, of course.
Both of them go.
29.
That's definitely going to hit.
24 points of damage.
To the one in front of you or the one behind you?
In front.
Okay.
Still up?
You said 24 points of damage? Yeah, it's still up.
Yep. Okay, attack again. 29 again.
Definitely hit.
17, 25.
25 is enough to take this guy out.
No, 23, sorry.
Or 20, yes, still enough to take it out. You stab into it with that with the trident of yours, pinning it down to the ground with the tines, and it just screeches out in pain before it dies. Have anything else you can do?
Excellent. Well, in the interest of making this quicker, yes, I am going to action surge.
Got it.
I'm gonna turn around and attack this other one that's coming up on me.
Do it.
$21.
Hits.
22 points of damage.
22 points of damage so far. It is still up.
Back again. 28.
If you can do 23 more points of damage, you can kill it.
26.
Nice. Took that guy out as well.
Nice.
Nice.
I didn't use a bonus action. I don't think I have one. That's good. Yep. That's it. I killed 2 of them.
Nice.
But
That's
I
it for
rolled another
Apollyon.
Constitution save at the end of my turn, since that was technically the end of my turn at the end of it for the poison. Since it says
Yes,
Yeah,
you
end
could
of each
have.
of its turns, yeah.
You could have.
nope.
Nope.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Liam, you're up next.
Alright. Whack-a-weasel, Flame Tongue Flail, Icy, Flame Liquor. 25 to hit.
25 is
Your
going to
muffled
hit.
Snickle snickering behind you.
You
17 damage to it.
You can't do shit. You're paralyzed.
That's why I say he kind of hears muffled snickering behind him.
Yeah, fair enough. That's enough to take this guy out.
Beautiful.
Smash its head in with a flame tongue flail.
Just another burst. Cool. Yeah, I don't see anything else in my range, and there are people in front of me, so I'm impeded on movement.
Well, you can.
That's my turn.
So you can move through people.
Oh.
It's difficult terrain to go through the people, but you're also a fucking monk.
Right. Okay. I'll go through. Hey, I found someone. And I'll use my second attack. Flame Tongue Flail! 13.
13's just enough.
Nice. Doing 19 points of damage there, followed up with an unarmed strike.
He is still up.
18 to hit does hit.
Yes, it does.
Doing another 9 points of bludgeoning to it.
That's enough to take that one out.
Nice. I will stay right there.
That's your turn. Veil, you're up next.
Alright, I was gonna come over here. See the guy over right there.
Now for
and-
you, it does take the 10 feet of movement to move through blood, but you still can get there, no problem.
And I'm gonna toll the dead him. Has he been injured? I'm sorry. Have either of these two been injured? This one or this one?
Glancing between the two of them, the one that's in front of Alnad definitely looks like it's taken some damage. The other one doesn't look like it at all.
Okay, then I'm gonna shoot the one in front of all Nads. DC 19 Dex, or I'm sorry, DC 19 Wisdom save. And it sucks when the freaking lower number is the higher.
Yeah.
13 necrotic.
13 necrotic. Unfortunately, it's not enough to take it out.
That's okay with me.
Yeah, that's one of those weird ones where it's not always better the way you think it would be.
No. But if we were playing this at the tabletop, you would have never rolled that first number. You would have just
Fair
rolled
enough.
the second.
That's
one.
very
so
true.
It's just the functionality of this that allows you to see that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Right.
I assume that's it for your turn, Vale?
Yeah, Bale's going to sleep.
Yep, fair enough. Alnad's gonna probably be able to take this guy out. Let's do this real quick. $13's just enough to hit it.
Dawn
15.
will take you all.
15 points is enough to kill it. Let's see if can he get all the way over there. 5, 15, 20. Yeah, no, unfortunately, he can't get past Liam and get over to that thing. So he's just gonna draw out his bow, switch it with the sword, draw the sword back, pull out the bow, take a shot. 12 23 is going to hit. 10 points of damage to that one. Eloise's turn. There we go. Eloise's turn. She's going to do the same thing. Primal Savagery. 31 is gonna hit. Man, we need to tell Eloise to use this skill more often.
She always rolls poorly on melee attacks. She doesn't believe she can do it.
Well, she's doing it this time.
Damn straight.
Taking a big old chunk out of that critter, but it is still alive. I'm actually surprised these things don't have poison resistance, but I had to give it to them. Oh well. Now the hookworms get attack. It's going to try to attack Eloise. Misses. Hits, but we determined that she's immune to poison, so it doesn't matter. Next thing is going to move there and is going to take a bite out of Liam. 5's going to miss. No, the other one's not dead yet. There's two of them
moved
left.
on top. It moved under the dead token. It's confusing.
Oh, okay.
There, the live
10
one's on
also
top.
misses.
Yep, both miss. That's it for the last two of them. Blood, you're paralyzed. You can't do shit. Make me a con saving throw.
There we go.
There you go. You finally feel the poison leaving your body, and you're able to move again, but you're pretty much surrounded by everybody. Apollyon,
It's me.
what are you gonna do?
I guess I'll move back towards my friends here. Can I move past people?
You can move through people. It's just twice as much movement to do so. You consider them difficult terrain.
Okay, I guess I can get up in here.
You would not be able to move past the critter, though.
Okay, can I not be in between Liam and this critter right here?
Yeah, I would say, like, it's really jammed up there, but you could be right there.
Yeah, like that square. Okay, I was just trying to figure out the square that should actually let me put it there.
Yeah, so if we were playing Pathfinder, I'd probably be giving you a point reduction on your hit to stab into the thing, just because you're so close and it's awkward and weird in this tiny space. But we're not playing Pathfinder, and I don't feel like doing it. Just kill this thing.
Alright,
Wait, jeez, you gotta. Ah, jeez.
reckless. Oh baby.
Well,
Do it.
That's not what the dice show. But all right.
Alright, 23 on the first one.
23 on the first one. It is still alive.
Brutal critical. How much is that? 17, 27, 37, 39.
Yeah.
Missing the line.
More than enough to take this thing out.
Boom! Get some!
You stab at it.
I just charge through it. I stab it twice. It goes limp on my trident, and I just take a step forward right past its body.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it for Apollyon's turn. Liam, you're up next. It's really, really tight in here.
Yeah, it is. Would I know where the last one is? Which direction it is?
I mean, you've heard Eloise crying out in pain.
Right, but I can't see Eloise.
You can't, so you know it came from somewhere in this direction.
Oh,
But
there
that's
she
about
is.
it.
Okay. Still
That's
can't-
where Apollyon, so you can't stand where Apollyon's standing. You're gonna have to move over
I see.
one.
Okay. So, can I get through Eloise to in this cramped area here?
Yeah, I'll allow it. Why not?
All right.
That way we can finish this battle off.
Sure. 2 quick strikes. 20 and 17 both hit. Whack-a-weasel, whack-a-weasel.
It had 10 hit points left. You take this thing out. Tell us how that looks.
It just kind of blows up with the first one. Liam's having so much fun. He rears up and just smashes the guts on the inside, and the rest of the body explodes too.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that thing is dead, and all of you are safe for the moment, at least. A little more worse for wear, and in really, really super tight, cramped conditions.
But we were given an opportunity to catch up to blood a little bit there.
This is true.
I said a
I have
little
11
bit.
now.
Yeah, still got more.
Well, yeah. Let's hear your kill counts real quick.
Kill count, I'm at 9. I'm currently in last place.
I'm at 11.
Got 5 today, so I'm up to 12 now.
So, wow. Yeah,
Still,
Apollyon and blood, toe to toe.
Yeah, I started the day at 3 though, so the fact that I'm up to 9, I feel was a great
you're doing great.
improvement
Oh,
on
yeah.
my score.
Absolutely.
I more than doubled my score.
Okay, well done, everybody. You survived a couple encounters. You're in a really tight, cramped space, and shit's getting real. So we'll find out what happens next time. And yeah, so on behalf of everybody here in the Faab Five, I just want to say very much thank you for watching. We really appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with us. If you're watching us on Twitch, please hit that follow button, and if you're really feeling like you want to help us out, hit the subscribe. It's the best way to support the channel and everything we do. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button as well, and hit that bell. That way you know every time we have new content coming out. If you're listening on podcast, subscribe there or follow it, or however it is you do on whatever podcast service you're using, because we're on all of them. Once again, on behalf of everyone here, I just want to say thank you for watching. Have a great evening, and we'll see you next time. Good night.
Peace.